BI First Alert AccuWeather forecast on CW4 with meteorologist Trevor Birchett.
Not far too often in August, we have to talk about cold fronts coming through, but tonight we've actually got two in the area. We had one cold front move through earlier today and very early this morning, actually. That has helped to keep the storm activity down to the south of us. So most of us stay dry today. Even the clouds started to move on out of here. But we've got another reinforcing cold front kind of right behind that. That's going to approach us tomorrow. So we will see a little bit more in the way of pop-up shower and storm activity tomorrow. But once that thing clears, we have a really nice stretch of weather coming up here. I'll have more details on the extended outlook in just a little bit. Here's a live look outside from the top of WCBI, looking off to the north and west in downtown Columbus. Really nice night out there, 75 degrees. Humidity already down just a little bit thanks to that first cold front passing by. And really over the next week or so, that's what is going to be the big talking point. Rain chances staying minimal. Those cold fronts going to help to keep our heat and humidity down just a little bit. Also, plenty of sunshine. And Tropical Storm Isaias, as we mentioned earlier in the show, off to the east, and it's going to stay off to the east, bringing impacts to the Carolinas later this week. Here's a live look at what's going on with Isaias. Again, it's just off the east coast of Florida. Most of the storm has stayed just off the coast. That's some good news. There has been some gusty wind and heavy rain on the far eastern coast of Florida. Winds are still 70 miles an hour, just shy of hurricane strength. And we think it's going to stay as a tropical storm, moving off to the north and eventually more to the north and east. We do think it's going to make landfall in the Carolinas possibly late tomorrow or early on Tuesday before it continues off toward New England and possibly toward New York City by Wednesday. Something to keep an eye on. But as I mentioned, no impacts locally expected from Tropical Storm Isaias. Overnight tonight, mostly clear to partly cloudy skies. A really nice night. 67 for the low here in Tupelo and Columbus. 69 for our friends over in West Alabama. Tomorrow, it's going to be a little warmer than we were today. We'll hit 91 degrees, pretty warm by the afternoon. And again, as that cold front swings through, we'll have the chance of some isolated pop-up showers and storms. Not everybody sees rain tomorrow, but I do think we'll be tracking some storms by about lunchtime, if not just after that tomorrow. Here's the way things set up by 8 a.m. We'll start off in the 70s, mostly sunny as you're out the door, but there's that cold front back along the Mississippi River. It approaches us through the day. I think by lunchtime, we're already into the 80s. Most folks still dry. Clouds do build in here by 2 or 3 o'clock, and as that cold front approaches, there you can see the chance for a few very isolated storms popping up. Not everybody is going to see rain tomorrow, but we'll leave in the chance of a quick downpour through about 7 or 8 o'clock. After that, I think most folks are going to be dry into the overnight hours. Now, typically with a cold front, you think of these drastic temperature changes. And in the summertime, that's not what we really get when a cold front comes through. We do knock the temperatures down just a little bit into the mid and upper 80s through the middle portion of the week. We do warm up, though, rather quickly by next weekend. So these comfortable temperatures are going to be short-lived. And on your comfort index, the big point that we're making with this is the humidity is going to be a lot lower. We're talking lower dew points, lower humidity. That means even though it's still warm to hot outside, it's going to feel a lot more comfortable. So Tuesday through Thursday, even into Friday, really nice weather, plenty of sunshine. But as we go into next weekend, unfortunately, all good things must come to an end. The heat and humidity does start to return. Here's your AccuWeather 7-day forecast. Again, some pop-up storms tomorrow. Not everybody sees rain. Maybe an isolated storm on Tuesday. I'm not too sold on that one, though. Wednesday through Friday, I'm basically going to guarantee you some dry weather. Plenty of sunshine. If you've got any outdoor activities planned for the week, I try to target them for Wednesday or Thursday for sure. We start to warm up a little bit by Friday, and then especially into the weekend, summertime returns with a vengeance back into the mid-90s with the chance for some isolated pop-up storms. Overnight lows in the 60s, back into the 70s by next weekend. So, hey, not fall just yet, but we're getting a little sampler, like an appetizer, if you will, for the middle of the week.
Right, like on an airplane, like a single serving.
Right. They give you one little peanut just to tease you,
right.
And then it's like $40 for the whole meal.
Then you're starving for their whole trip.
Absolutely.
Okay, so we got to talk about the full moon. Okay, it's tomorrow.
Right.
And I was reading that it could possibly affect the storm surge with the tropical storm.
It could. You know, the moon, depending on what phase it is, can bring in the tide a little more. So a
this
full
is really
moon,
a cocktail of bad things.
It really is.
Going on.
The only good thing really is it's going to stay a lot weaker. It's not going to be a hurricane, but still, it doesn't take much for the tropical storm kind of whip those waves in. So the Carolinas up onto Long Island and New England. We're going to be keeping a close eye on.
You know, they say crazy things happen when there's a full moon.
They
So
do.
I wonder if I'm going to walk in on Tuesday and have a whole crazy list
You
of
know
news.
there's a full moon on Halloween this year.
That's going to be my favorite.
That's going to be fun.
I can't wait for that one. All right, thank you, Trevor. Well.